So, Shang Chi and Danny Rand are easily two of the best fighters and martial artists in all of Marvel. Probably the two very best without any enhancements. But in an all out fight, I think it's safe to say Danny would eventually win because of his superior chi powers. But that's not the question today. Today's question is about their skill. Who is better? Well, let's find out. So, starting off with Iron Fist. Danny Rand was extensively trained in the Kunlun martial arts since he was a child, and he also has mastery in several of Earth's martial arts as well, all of which including Kunlun Quan, Shaolin Quan, Fujian White Crane, Judo, Aikido, Wing Chun, Ninjutsu, Muay Thai, Karate, Boxing, and Kung Fu. He was trained to be the living weapon, the Iron Fist, which makes him one of the very best fighters and martial artists in the world. He's very proficient in several melee weapons as well, including swords, nunchucks, sais, etc. He has extensive knowledge in pressure points and nerve strikes. Because of Luke Cage, he even knows some street fighting tactics. He also has the knowledge, experiences, and skills of all the prior Iron Fists before him. He also claims to possess infinite ways to kill someone. His fighting style is a combination of every martial art he knows, plus extreme acrobatics. He's beaten Sabretooth while temporarily blinded. He has notorious victories over the Steel Serpent, aka Davos, Colin Wing, even while she was brainwashed, Daredevil, Black Panther, Nightcrawler, Deadpool, Spider-Man, Warhawk, Elektra, and Batroc. He even outclassed Captain America in raw skill and even beat Wolverine. Actually, he once stalemated Wolverine in a sparring match while he was fighting at a level 3 and Logan was fighting at a level 6, meaning Logan was trying harder. Hell, even to become the Iron Fist, he had to kill the dragon Shao Lao in hand to hand combat, which he did by choking the dragon out. Literally. But what about Shang Chi? Well, he was extensively trained in kung fu and assassination by his evil mastermind father since infancy. After realizing his father's evil ways, he stopped at nothing to stop him and his army of assassins, which he did. He is known as the master of kung fu, as he has full mastery of every style of kung fu. He has been referred to by some as the greatest unarmed fighter and practitioner of kung fu, with even Ares, the god of war, saying he was one of few mortals who could hold his own with a god without using magic. He's dedicated his life to the art of kung fu. He's also very proficient with several melee weapons like swords, bow staffs, shurikens, and nunchucks. Due to his martial art prowess, he is a highly sought out teacher and has mentored several students. Some of his most prominent students and sparring partners have included Captain America and Wolverine. He also helped Spider-Man create his fighting style, the Way of the Spider, by using Tai Chi techniques. He's also able to use 9 out of the 10 techniques of the 10 Ring School. But it's not just Kung Fu he's a master of. He has proficiency or mastery in almost every martial art form in the world, including Aikido, Karate, Tao, Ninjutsu, Tai Chi, etc. He has vast knowledge in pressure points. He's beaten Spider-Man, Paladin easily, who has beaten Moon Knight, Darkstrider, who beat 20 ninjas at once, had the upper hand over Shadow Thief, who was regarded as the greatest ninja of all time, had the upper hand over Wolverine, took down Captain America while sparring, and after sparring with Domino for hours, he didn't get tagged once despite her good luck powers. Black Panther even stated that Shang-Chi was better than him, and T'Challa is arguably the greatest fighter in all of Marvel. And finally, the character Shang-Chi was based off Bruce Lee. So, who is better? Well, they're both definitely two of the very best in Marvel, and definitely on par with one another. Since it's extremely close, I think the only way to answer this question is to examine fights between them, and they've only fought each other a small handful of times. Well, these two have stalemated practically every time they did fight, and they have been portrayed as equals in terms of raw fighting skill. Danny did get the better hand of Shang-Chi once, but Shang-Chi was brainwashed at the time, so I don't think we can really include that. Another time, they had a very close fight, but they were being forced to fight as entertainment in order to save someone's life. So it's unclear on how hard they were actually trying. Actually, both of them were holding back, saying that Danny didn't want to use the Iron Fist punch. In another close fight between them, it ended with an unclear winner. But Shang Chi believes he had the upper hand over Danny, but Danny questioned it. Both were being humorous and sarcastic about it. But I think it's important to note that Danny has said that Shang Chi is the only person in the world that could best him in Kung Fu. When it comes to raw skill between these two, it's literally a toss up to who's better. But I think that statement from Danny tells us who is better. If it was said by anyone else, I wouldn't take it so seriously. But since Danny said it himself, it tells me that he truly believes that Shang-Chi is the only one out there who could best him in Kung Fu. Which is why I am going to side with Shang-Chi. But just barely. And I mean, just the slightest edge over Iron Fist. But anyways, like and subscribe, all the great stuff. Leave a comment of what you think and hit the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos and all the great stuff. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.